All right, so I have some news for you, okay? Last night, the MLB announced its Hall of Fame candidates and Hall of Fame inductees, and there's a new guy joining Fred McGriff into Cooperstown, and that guy is Scott Rolen, okay? He had a great career, started with the Phillies and went over to the Reds, and he was an all-in-all great player. His career stats, about 2,077 hits, 316 home runs, batted 281 with absolutely stellar defense all throughout his career, okay? And he played the game the right way. And some more stats. He was Rookie of the Year in 1997. He was an 8-time Gold Glove winner at third base, 7-time National League All-Star. He was a Silver Slugger winner in 2002. So the stats back up this Hall of Fame candidacy. And I know some folks are saying, is he borderline, is he not? Well, this was probably one of the best third basemen of the generation. And when you combine the offense and the defense, he has to be considered. You know, and especially when you put him up against other third basemen that have gotten in there. Scott Rolen was one of the best, okay, for almost 20 years. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Rolen family on a great, wonderful accomplishment. So all the best to you in your next endeavor. And it was really good to see them on the MLB Network talking to him tonight in his home. His family was all pumped up, big smile on his face. So that type of stuff is really cool to see. Now, I'm going to pivot to the former Yankees who are still on the ballot, okay? A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, got 35.7%. And remember, you need 75% of the vote. Rolen got 76.3%. A-Rod got 35.7%. And 139 of 389 ballots. Okay? Not very high. But again, he's got some dings on him, right? And again, you know, whether it's being popped for juicing and not just being popular, whatever it is. But again, and then when you start to think, well, David Ortiz got in. His stats are inferior to A-Rod's, even though David Ortiz was one of the best postseason hitters you'll probably ever see. So that could make a difference too. But A-Rod was not popular, not very popular, and David Ortiz was. So that could make a difference too. But you never know. One of these days he might get in. But then if he gets in, you got to consider Manny Ramirez. You got to consider Barry Bonds. You got to consider some of these other guys. So where is the threshold? Like, is David Ortiz the threshold of what is allowed and what's not allowed? We just don't know. So load up the comments. Let me know what you think of this stuff, okay? And if you don't want to miss, you know exactly what to do if you don't want to miss more content, especially as we're getting closer to spring training, because the moves are going to continue to happen. Now, Andy Pettitte. This one surprised me. He got 17% of the vote. 66 out of 389 ballots. To me, they lowballed the hell out of him. Lowballed the hell out of him. You know, I liken him to Kurt Schilling. They're both postseason Bulldogs, elite in the postseason, have similar career stats. If you look at them up and down the board, so I don't know why Kurt Schilling is so much closer to the Hall of Fame than Andy Pettitte is. That one confuses me. Okay, and again, this was as good as he's best left-handed pitcher in a generation for the Yankees. Okay, they drafted him. He spent almost his whole career at the Yankees. So, and he was money when they needed it. So, I'm surprised he's not higher than 17%. That's disappointing to me. But the biggest disappointment to me, and this is not a knock on Scott Rolen. I'm happy that he got in, and again, I wish him the best. But how in the hell and how in the world and back to hell is Todd Helton not in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, left-handed generational hitter from the Colorado Rockies. I mean, compared to Scott Rolen, this guy was 2,500 hits, 369 home runs, and a 316 career batting average, okay? Which is nuts. He batted 345 away, 288 at home. Excuse me, the other way around. 345 at home and 288 away. Okay, really, 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 really good stats. And then just to put it in perspective a little bit more, 227 home runs home with 859 RBIs, 142 away with 547 RBIs. His on-base percentage at home was 441, slugging 607. His on-base percentage away 386, slugging 469. People would love to have that on-base percentage and slugging for a career. And those are his inferior stats away. So, yes, Colorado was giving him advantage, but he shouldn't have been knocked for that, okay? Because his stats were just as good elsewhere. And again, 316 career, 369 home runs, 1,406 RBIs, 1,400 runs scored, played elite defensive first base. He was a great teammate, a great player. Like, why is he not in the Hall of Fame is my question. How in the world can anybody give me some insight on that one? I'd really like your insight because I really hope one day. He was so much fun to watch, and he was with that era when they had Bichette and they had like Galarraga and Ellis Burks. Like they had that was one of the most awesome Rockies teams ever. It was unbelievable. And again, he was such a big impact. He had such a big impact on that franchise. So I'm disappointed there. But again, I want to give congratulations to Scott Rolen for making the Hall of Fame. And again, give me your feedback on Rolen, on Helton, and the two Yankees who are, one of them is not as close as I think he should. A-Rod maybe one day, but I think they're going to have to add some things into their consideration when they think about players like him who have been popped for cheating. So that changes the threshold, in my opinion, which is why my guess is it's going to be really hard to get him in there, Manny and Bonds in. Really, really hard. But you never know. Crazier things happen, right? But I will keep it coming one way or another. There's going to be a lot more moves that are going to come. Spring training is not here yet. The offseason's not over. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming. So I don't want you to miss any of it. So you know what to do. Talk to you later.